All right. What's up, you guys? We're going to be doing an energy reading for everyone in the live chat tonight. So, if you are here during the live stream, shout out to you guys. If you're here on replay, shout out to you guys as well. The messages can still resonate with you, even if you're watching it on replay. Just take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Okay? Okay. What's up, you guys? Hey, boo. I miss y'all too. Turn it down, Papa. So, like always, if y'all don't know how this goes, I'm going to tap in with everyone in the live stream. I feel guided to use the water emoji. So, if you would like for me to connect with your energy, you can still watch, but if you'd like me to connect more directly with your energy, set the intention with me and drop some water emojis in the chat if you are a subscriber. Okay. What's up, Trina? I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to be looking at the tea or what. I don't even know yet. We're going to find out together, though. Today was hard. Oh, I hope it gets better. Water. Do y'all remember when there was a moment in time where Tyla's water song was like stuck on your brain? Like the melody was stuck. And now the only thing that I can hear that's stuck in my brain is Kendrick. That's all I hear in my brain, like on replays everywhere. I close my eyes and I'm walking throughout the house like I'm at the Super Bowl. Oh, shit. So definitely drop the waters if you want me to connect with your energy. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. What's with the moisture in here? You gotta tap into the water. Yes, peekaboo. Okay. All right, let's connect. Spirit, everyone that has waters in the chat tonight are allowing me to connect with their energy. All right. So we got self-development messages. Hold on. Okay. So we have celebrity, famous celebrity in reverse. All right, I'm picking up something about drama. I heard what sells. All right, so something's going to, you got some type of luck coming towards you in the next 3 months. Feels like you're getting an offer. This could be a record deal, a collaboration with a celebrity or a label. Something to do with entertainment and you receiving some type of energy check. Feels like a contract of some sort. Maybe renewing a contract as well. But since famous celebrity is coming up in reverse, and we're talking about self-development. You may struggle with the idea of being famous or a celebrity, becoming famous or a celebrity. And it may be due to like things that you've learned about a particular industry or a community. And so I feel like there's two things that you're struggling with receiving. Receiving receiving support from someone because they have money or success. It's saying that if this is you, you struggle with connecting with the person off of some type of privilege, right? Privilege by way of a relationship, right? You get success or you get wealthy by way of a relationship. So this is definitely telling me that you don't want any get rich quick type of deals, whether that's coming through a relationship or that's coming through you signing contracts or deals that require you to like reserve yourself in order to be accepted in an industry or in a field. You don't feel as if that's something that you want to do, like to get successful fast or something like that. So there's some type of conflict, and it feels like it's an internal conflict that you've been asking yourself, like if you want to get promoted or if you want someone to promote you or give you some type of recognition, right? Let's say that somebody's like, hey, I want to feature you, or I want to collaborate with you, or I want to shout you out. You may struggle with the idea of letting someone do that for you because you want to feel like there's something about it's you against you. You want to feel like you earned it off your own strength or you got it off of your own muscle or something like that. And I think that it has something to do with like right and wrong, right? If you feel like if you get there because a lot of people are addicted to you, then you feel like you're a part of the problem or you're getting them addicted, and so you're not helping them, you're kind of just using them. And I think that what they're saying is that you're turning down deals and opportunities of success because you don't want to lose your soul or yourself in an industry or in a field or a category. That's what I'm getting, okay? So if that doesn't resonate with you, this may not be the message, right? So I feel like the divine is saying within the next 3 months, you have some type of luck coming in. And if you've been feeling as if because you're taking a stance not to sell yourself or not to do certain things, that you're not getting traction or momentum or you're not getting success, whatever it is, right? Water is definitely like a flow. If you're not getting a flow of something or you don't feel like you're in the flow of something, okay, but you're like paying attention to what you're attracting, you may notice that you're attracting a lot of haters. You're attracting a lot of people that want to criticize you or spiritually kind of mess with your image or your reputation and portray you out to be something or whatever. I don't know. What I am saying to you is I haven't pulled tarot yet, but I am hearing questions, like spirit's already dropping questions in my mind to ask you. Um, because after all, this is still a game. You know, the game of life, the game of whatever. And this is tricky, right? Because you don't support what's wrong with the system, or what's wrong with an industry, or what's wrong with society. Because you don't support it, it's like dangling something in your face on purpose, because I feel like it's reverse psychology. I'm going to be honest with you. And that's why we have self-development here. Because if you know who you are, no matter what other people say, like how you got where you are, their validity shouldn't mean more than who you know you are, right? Because when you know who you are, can't nobody tell you that why you're doing something is wrong, or can't nobody tell you that you got something the wrong way. Because if you got it, you were meant to have it. And so that's a fact. I don't care what nobody say. That is a motherfucking fact. However, if what people could say about you and how it looks to the outside world is louder than who you know you are, there's a possibility that reverse psychology is being utilized on you, right? And maybe it's a way for you to know what you're struggling with, and you to see, mirror what's back to you of what you need to see, so you can remove those blockages off yourself. Because I don't feel like it's something that, it's like a belief system, a bias. It's a biased belief system around a particular type of, like, how something should be done, right? Sometimes we can attach our biased opinion on how things should happen and what order they should happen in. And when they don't happen in that order, the first thing we assume is that they got it in an unethical way. Because we're comparing our belief system of how it's supposed to be against how I see it happening. Now, I'm not saying that those things aren't rigged and, things are bought into and X, Y, and Z. But if you allow what you know is already being utilized to stop your message from reaching the people it's meant to reach, because you want to stand against something, or you want to stand between something, you're making it harder for the people that need to find you, right? Than if you were to go into those industries, go into those environments, and know your influence is more powerful than any projection that anyone can perceive about you, right? Sometimes, and I feel like Spirit's bringing up certain examples of let's use politics for an example, right? If certain things weren't designed as an opportunity for certain people to be in office, or certain people to have certain laws passed, and they didn't go get that education and sign up for those sororities and meet people that could help them get where they need to go, there wouldn't be people that looks like you in those environments, right? For the foreseeable good that it plays on a mass level, it outweighs your individual blockage around your biased opinion of what shouldn't be allowed. Because the numbers, you don't have the numbers yet. You don't have the influence yet. And so you restrict yourself from reaching where you need to go, because you don't want to be considered something that you should know that you aren't. That doesn't make any sense. The math ain't mathing. So either someone, or there's an energy trying to get you to, I heard Jonah Noel. It's like you're sitting here in the middle of the ocean, and you're saying you're waiting on the Lord. You're waiting on God. And then God brings you someone that wants to do a feature with you, a collaboration with you, or they want to do promotions with you, brands with you. And you're saying, nope, I want to wait on God. But how many times did God bring you a ship, a boat, an opportunity, and it was your bias was like, oh, I know what this is. This is a trick. You're trying to trick me out of my spot. That's where the spirit of discernment have to come on, and you have to say, okay, if this is for me, and this feels, if it doesn't feel, I feel like I can't even say if it feels right to you because there's so much anxiety here around tricks being played that you would really have to have really developed yourself to know who you are. So you would make the right decision. You get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense to whoever it's supposed to be for, because I don't know. It's like a clashing of personalities, and it's a clash of like division. Something's divided. But it's like y'all do the same thing. It's like saying, I'm gonna be extra right now. Y'all ready? It's like saying that God's people is at the strip club. Stay with me. It's like saying God's people is at the strip club. And because you don't want to be seen with the likes of people at the strip club, at the juke joint, you don't want to go to the strip club and network with people at the strip club, because you ain't supposed to be in the strip club. And so because you feel like it will be a negative connotation that you were in the strip club, you don't want to go where God's people is at, because whoever is there is already a lost soul and they're not worth saving. So it's like if God calls you to certain rooms and spaces with people, even on certain levels that you're not accustomed to, why isn't that environment, like, why aren't you good enough to be chosen to go to that environment or be called to that environment? You know? Do you feel like you're going to lose yourself in that environment? Do you feel like you wouldn't have, you wouldn't be able to still be who you are or something like that? Even if it's a shake of a hand, you know what I'm saying? Or you meet some very influential people that are meant to help you, or you're meant to help them. That exchange, biased energy, restricts you from being able to meet with people from all over the world, different walks of life. And if that was the case, then I don't think the story about Yeshua, going on a pilgrimage and going to places and different religions, cultures, and things like that, that process would have ever happened if it wasn't if it wasn't a part of a journey. So there's an aspect of your journey that will make you more well-rounded and more able to connect without the biased blockages that come along with being a know-it-all, or that comes along with being someone that feels like they're above certain rooms and spaces, or they're better than certain rooms and spaces. A lot of times you want to sit with the homeless person. A lot of times you want to go where sometimes it's at the highest of the mountain, and sometimes at the lowest of the mountain. But whether it's at the high, the low, or the middle, every area is worth going to if you're called to go to those areas. Every level of consciousness is worth venturing through if you're called to go through those levels of consciousness. It's helping you be a well-rounded leader, a well-rounded person. And so it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Yes, Brian. Everyone is worth saving. And so having that biased opinion can kind of make you become a stingy, bitter person, a stingy person that's sick of tired of the system, and you're sick and tired of the world, and you don't feel like this is deserving, whatever you bring is deserving of certain places and spaces because you're better. And then at the end of the journey, the only thing that you did was be stingy. Only thing that you did was is have a closed hand, and so you couldn't be fed. And so Spirit is trying to tell you, like, you need to tap into the energy of generosity. It doesn't matter. It's like, get out of your way. Get out of your way. Stop making it about you. That's what Spirit is saying. It's not about you. So what there's drama. So what that people say this. So what that they criticize you. So what they do magic on you. It's not about you. That's ego. It's like, stop being important, you know? Stop being important. And then some of y'all, you're meant to be important. So it's like, stand on that. If you know you're meant to be important, say, yeah, I am important. There is no one cookie cutter way. When you're presented with the situation, let your spirit be moved accordingly. If you're presented with a situation where it's hostile, you know, clock that shit. If you're whatever you're met with, you will never be guided like, oh my God, I did the wrong thing. I shouldn't have said that. I'm supposed to be mature. No, that's your biased opinion of how you should move. Right? And then you go and you take that same biased opinion and then you start criticizing everybody doing the same thing at you. And you're trying to see how they're different from you, what makes you stand out and what makes them weaker. And really, y'all all doing the same shit. You're just doing it and you're on different phases of the same fucking journey. So whether someone cursed like a fucking sailor or they talk like a fucking nun, every version of the journey is necessary. And you don't know who needs that voice, who needs that type of realness. And so when we start putting categories and genres and expecting everyone, I prefer this, I prefer that. Great. Go to those things. Be at those places. But don't shut the door on everyone else that needs to feel connected to something. Because you can't connect. Because you can't relate. So, do you know what did you say, Val? People are draining me, though. People can't drain you. That's a myth. What's draining is that you have poor boundaries and you take it very personal when people attempt to cross those boundaries. And since you can't control them, you respond to situations as if it's being done to you, victimizing yourself. No one can drain something that's God-given yours. You have to decide that you're going to compromise your own self-worth and your own self-boundaries to assist someone else or to be there for someone else. And what you're really mad about is the fact that you chose to overexert yourself, or you chose to ignore your own intuition to be a good person. And being a good person is subjective. It's not objective. It's subjective to what your perception of good and bad is. And so you have a limited belief system that if you tell someone no and they need you, that you're a bad person. And so you refuse to tell someone no, even though you don't want to do something. And then you feel drained because you don't know how to say no. It's a poor boundary. Has nothing to do with the other person. That person was in your life as an opportunity for you to work on your boundaries, for you to practice saying the words no without feeling bad afterwards. Okay? It's okay to tell people no, and it's okay to stop yourself from wanting to always exert yourself. Okay? So work on those boundaries. Yes, no means no. Right? So, and this is normal. This is normal. We practice this every day. When we have to get up and go run errands, we got to cook, we got to do this, we got to go to work, we have to do our responsibilities. We're trained and we're conditioned to put ourselves on the back burner. So when we constantly put ourselves on the back burner, we feel as if we're sacrificing, sacrificing, sacrificing. And so even though that's a normal modality, it's aware you have to make time now. So if you know you have this to do, that to do, this to do, you want to make time and pour into you. So you got to get up a little earlier. Sometimes you got to get up 5 o'clock in the morning. You got to journal before everyone else gets up. Sometimes you got to go and do it before the world wakes up. So you can include yourself. This will allow you to fill your own cup so you can show up for other people. When you skip that process, you're going to have a bad day on more regularly. But I promise you, if you pour into yourself, you're going to walk away at the end of the day and you'll be like, I don't know how I got all that shit done, but I feel great. And that's because you didn't sacrifice yourself in order to accomplish all those other to-do lists. What's the worst that they could happen? What's the worst that can happen? People get mad at you. If people get mad at you because you say no, or because you don't agree, or you're in opposition, there's only two ways to respond to that situation. Either you're going to feel bad about it, or you're going to say fuck you. I promise you, if you say fuck you more often, they're going to say, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. But I guarantee you this, they're not going to try you. You know why people don't try Aries? My sister's an Aries, and she's younger than me. And for those that don't know, I'm a Taurus, right? But my sister's an Aries, and she's younger than me. And I used to always think to myself, how is it that out of all my siblings, it's like 10 or 12 of us, right? I could say to my siblings, right? And this was in the past. I could say to them, that's not nice. You wouldn't like it if someone else said this. That's mean. I could break it down in a more dissertative way and try to be extra explanative of how this is wrong, or how this could have been done this way. And all that air that I exerted, they would still be like, they would be combative, and they would go back and forth with me over and over and over again. But when they came at my sister sideways, it didn't matter what the fuck they were saying. If they said the same thing that they said to me to her, and she'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And then I promise you, everybody shut the fuck up. 2 words. Or fuck you. And then they all just be like, ooh, she's having a bad day. Let me come correct. They watch their words before they say some shit to her. And do you know what that taught me? That people understand a very instinctual language. A lot of people are conditioned to understand less words. Why? They're still on that level of consciousness where they gotta feel it to know that it's real, right? They have to be hit a couple of times. They have to be dragged a couple of times. They have to be taught a lesson in order to understand. And I feel like a lot of y'all deal with that level of consciousness. Okay. And so the best way to deal with that level of consciousness is to take an animalistic approach. And that's what happens when you're dealing with the level of consciousness that are still the descended demons, okay? Descended demons, okay? That's what have to happen. They have to feel it so they know it's real. And then the more that if they try it and you pop them and you keep hitting them, they understand. That's how they know it's hot. They got to get burned. And sometimes you got to be the person to burn them. So when you know that you're dealing with a certain level of consciousness, now if you're dealing with someone on your level, you don't got to handle them that way because they're not going to try you that way. You're not going to have to explain yourself. But if you find yourself met with anybody that doesn't know how to respect themselves, give them a cuss word or two. It rings. It just dangles something in the back of their head like a bell. And they're like, oh, yeah, don't fuck with that person. If you're not dingling that little bell in the back of their head, they lose their mind. Okay. So I'm telling you, it's real. So we can learn from other zodiac signs. They do not care. Okay? She don't care if she hurt your feelings or not. And stop being so sensitive. That's how she's going to respond to you. And if everybody, they blame it on her being the last child. She's not even the last child. But they blame it on her being the youngest. And it's not that she's the youngest. It's that she don't cater to stupidity. That's all I'm saying. She don't cater to stupidity. So, I feel like that's the motherly energy that the world needs. The world needs divine feminine energy to be like a lioness. Okay? If you notice that the animal kingdom, all the cubs, the young people follow the mother, the matriarch. The animal kingdom is designed off of the matriarch system. Right? So if you are moving, they're supposed to follow you. Right? Your cubs are supposed to follow you. Ducks, their ducklings follow them. Everything, they're followed. And when they don't listen, she hits you over the head a couple times. Cats, they'll hit you in the head, and then they'll grab you and they'll sit you down. Sometimes you got to do a hands-on approach. Talking to people doesn't work. You got to take a hands-on approach. And I'm not saying you have to fight people, but what I'm saying is if they're at a young child age, you have to physically take them and sit them down, right? Or you have to, let me show you, right? Hands-on learning, right? I'm going to show you more than I'm going to talk. They learn from watching, seeing. They're like children. And then there's a level of consciousness. The older that they get, if you're dealing with a grown-ass adult, don't take off your crown. Because she's wearing a crown here. You can't take off your crown. You got to sit in your position. And you can't be trying to be friends with your kids. You can't be trying to be friends with your spouse. You're not supposed to be friends with your spouse. You're supposed to expect your spouse to provide and protect and solve problems for you. If you got to go solve your own problems and you got to provide for yourself and you have to protect yourself and your children or whatever, you might as well be single. And that's period. You might as well be single because it's a waste of space. But if you're trying to befriend that person and trauma bond with that person and help heal them, then you're not taking on an animalistic approach. You got to use your instinct. You got to tap back into your divine feminine. Okay? And so the only way that spouse is going to learn how to be what the title that they want. If they want to be a woman, it's cool. But if they want to be considered the king and have equal whatever, that's the role that they have to play. Because we're all playing a game. If we're playing house and that person is not playing house to the full of their ability, there's a problem. And I'm not acting on biases. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here. Unless you're going to keep using hocus pocus to keep them in check. And that's going to take a lot of energy. That's going to take a lot of energy. So if you know that you have to play mind games or you have to do all these extra stuff to make it look like they're actually doing what they say they're doing, to make it look like they are actually protecting when they're not, to make it look like they're really a masculine energy when they're not, you have no one to blame and you can't get mad at nobody. you have to be very well aware that this entire ship will sink if I'm not the person holding it all together. But if you see other people having other opportunities, don't be hating on them. That's what this is saying. Some of y'all, maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's coming through directly through your energy, because maybe your mother wants to keep you in a masculine energy, so you're never going to be able to be a vibrational match. Maybe this person's mother is encouraging them to use you, to drain you, cross your boundaries, because you feel for them. You see how it goes back to you overfeeling? Like they're going to feel some type of way you tell them no. They're like a baby. They're like a child, even though they're an adult. And so they may still have their mother, criticizing them and telling them that, oh, you're letting someone in the chat get away with this or get away with that. And you need to fix it. What that mother is doing is mentally manipulating that person to pursue you, to put on a facade that they are going to do the right thing long enough to trick you into believing that they actually want to work on the connection, or they actually want to do right by the situation. Because some of y'all got like I don't know if it's a stepmother or the mother of another mother. Now, if you're a masculine energy and you know that someone's mother is in their daughter's ear about you not showing up and making excuses for certain things, and you, whether you with that person or not, that you still making excuses as to why you can or can't do something, then this is a call for you to get off your ass and make something shake. There is no excuses. All right? There ain't no excuses. John Q, motherfucker, I don't know. Get off your ass and make something happen. Because there are a lot of women out here where there's masculine energies and they talking about, oh yeah, that's my baby mother in my baby mama's ear or my ex ear, telling them that they need to put me on child support, telling them that they need to do X, Y, and Z, telling them that they need to check me. At the end of the day, whether you with somebody or not, there are no excuses why you can't handle your karmic relationships, why you can't provide, protect. If you handling those three things, provide, protect, and what's that other word? Solving problems until the date, the sentence is over. Hell, put yourself on child support so that way that person don't gotta even go back and forth with you. Let the government take a hands-on approach that proves that you are doing the right thing, and vice versa. If you're a feminine energy and you got some baby daddy or ex, they got their mama in their ear, oh, you better believe. If you know you a masculine energy and you are in your feminine body, there's someone in their ear telling them to emotionally control you. Get this shit under control. But this person don't love you and they don't want to be with you. But they're all fighting about you getting the shorter end of the stick, or you having a better you having a better life because you're not being held accountable. I don't know. It's some karmic shit up in this motherfucker. That's what I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. And I think if there was no feelings involved, I don't think that yeah, we at the bottom of the map. Okay. Within the next 3 months, your life is changing. 5 of Cups in reverse. And I think that someone is telling a person in your life that your life is changing. You got opportunities coming in your life, and they letting you reap all the benefits by themselves. You could be reaping the benefits with them if you could act right. You know, I feel like somebody is like saying that you could be reaping the benefits if you can act right. Child, I don't know. Yeah, this is karma. This is karma because it's literally saying, uh, like all the fantasizing, like it's like spirit is saying like all the fantasizing and all the confusion and the drama is literally around like everybody wants to know what you got coming into your life. Okay? Like what you have coming into your life. Are you going to make it or are you going to fail? Are you going to become successful? Are you going to become famous or are you going to fail? And with all of that chatter going on around you, do what you want, but I really feel like spirit is trying to prepare you for what's coming by telling you that you need to get into the frequency of tough love. Okay? You need to get into the frequency of tough love. Whether that's tough love from anyone that's coming towards you, if you know that you do not trust your own intuition when certain people are around, or that you ignore your intuition, that's a hell no, tough love. I hate, I hate to, don't even hate to say it. You just gonna have to be tough love. Tough love. You need it. That's gonna be your armor. Because I feel like underneath all those layers, yes, you do have ooey gooey insides, and you are a soft teddy bear on the inside. But what you're about to go through within the next 2 years, you do not need to be giving out your ooey gooey to everybody. You don't. You don't need to be letting everybody have control over your feelings and your emotions. You don't need to let people. You don't need to care what people think. And this may be why you haven't reached celebrity status, or you haven't reached a certain level of success in certain areas, because you ain't really ready for what comes with it. Okay, you need to know that you're not really ready. It's gonna come with a lot of hate, a lot of drama. And you gotta learn how to give less. If y'all know y'all be out here giving more, and y'all be trauma bonding with people on the internet, you can't do it because you going places. If you know when you date, they start telling you about their childhood, and you start trauma bonding with their inner child, and you be like, oh my God, they're a good person. I want to ask y'all a question. Okay? I'm going to ask y'all a question because this came to me in a download. And I just want to know. If you want to answer, answer. If you don't have to participate. Okay, but you're going to get some extra credit if you participate. You're going to get some extra credit, okay? You have to earn it. So, who want to save some money, time, and energy? If you want to save some money, time, and energy, drop some more water. Because it's hot as fuck in here. Give me some more water in the chat. Find some water emojis. Put it in the chat. And let me know that you want to save some motherfucking money, time, and energy. Okay. Yes, please cool me down. All right, yes. So we agree. Spirit, they want to save some money, time, and energy. All right. Y'all know that feeling when you genuinely attracted to somebody, right? They look good, maybe they have a good job, but mainly, before we get to anybody's credentials or their resume, how many of you in the chat tonight, when you are genuinely attracted to someone, you know, whether they make you feel something with their words, you could be attracted to the way a person talk to you. You could be genuinely attracted to the way a person looks. So it's not always physical. The way they think, you could be genuinely attracted to the way they think. But when you are genuinely attracted to a male energy, a masculine energy, do you look forward to talking to that person? Because I don't know about y'all, but when I'm not attracted to somebody, and I think I can speak for a lot of females, when you're not attracted to somebody, you don't really care to talk to that person. You don't really care to be on the phone with that person. You may not even look twice in that person's direction if you're not attracted to them. I'm guilty. Right? Y'all agree? Yes, yes, we all can agree. Do you make sure when you're attracted to that person that you are available for that person whenever they're free? Do y'all do that as well? When you're attracted to them, you want them to know that you're making time for them, right? You're available when they're available, right? Granted. All right. Do you look for ways to express their love language? So you listen into the conversation on the phone and you like, okay, I heard that they like this. I heard that they like that. So now I'm looking for ways to let them know that I heard them, right? That I know how to express these love languages. So we all agree. I'm seeing yes, yes, yes. Okay. And an effort that when it's time, that you would be indirectly teaching them as well what your love language is in hopes that they reciprocate, right? Because we're not doing it just for no reason. I'm teaching you how I like to be treated as well. I like when people pay attention to details. And so I listen with details and I look for ways to express that I was listening. Okay, good. Now, when this person isn't working, when you are not working, do you look forward to quality time with that person? Right? When you're not working and they're not working, we look forward to being with each other. Quality time. Having more of that attraction. Having more, I don't care if it was the conversation. I don't care if it was the sex. I don't care if it was the way they think. Hell, sometimes you could be attracted to the way a person works and you could damn near sit there and want to watch them work all day. You know what I'm saying? So whatever quality time looks like together, you look forward to it. His laugh. Period. You love quality time, Sanette. Okay, Sanette. Okay, good, good. So my last question is going to be this. Every time that you consistently show up for that person and they start slacking and they stop showing up less, right? And they start behaving like they don't value the attention to detail that you provide. And you show them that you care. You showed them that you cared. And then now all of a sudden, after all that quality time, after all that expression of giving, all the expressions of love languages, what do you get? Nothing. I love his skip when he works. Kels, I'm done with you. Not the skip, okay? So, with you doing that, five things that you have told this person about you. You have told this person five things off rip. They got you hooked on phonics. They got you hooked. All right? Number one, they know that you are more attracted to them than you are to yourself. They know that you are more attracted to them than you are to yourself. This is the first thing that they learn about you. Yes, we may not feel that way, but from a male's perspective, he knows that you find him attractive because there have been women that have rejected that male. Why? Because they did not find them attractive. Period. I don't care what you say. You find him, in his mind, you find him more attractive than you find yourself attractive. You like him more than you like yourself. That's the first, you got to have 5 fingers to interlock. You have to have 5 fingers to tie a knot, a soul tie. Okay? Number 1. Finger number 1, who's pointing, right? Just how I said, this person says, you find me more attractive than I find you attractive. Then you find yourself attractive. You had something that they like, but you didn't like what you had more than you liked them. Number 2, your schedule and routine is so predictable to the point where they can no longer hide all the other lies that they are using, right? Oh, I have to work, or oh, I got this going on, or oh, I'm trying to work on my finances, oh, I got a lot going on in my life. Time and time and time again. How many times have you heard that? You talk to them every time you go to work. You talk to them every time you get off. You talk to them every time you're free. Every time you were free, you said, you agreed that every time you're free, you like to spend your time with your person. And so that person says, number 2, I know your routine so well to the point where I know you ain't got nothing going on. I know you ain't talking to nobody else because you're waiting on me to call you when I'm free. You're waiting on my call. You're waiting on my availability. And as long as I tell you I'm up to something or I'm doing something, I know that you'll be like, oh, okay. Well, I'll talk to you when you're free. Or, oh, okay. When you're done, we can talk. We can hang out with each other. And so this person knows, they've studied your schedule and your routine. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm talking to you while I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm multitasking. I can't even brush my teeth without talking to you. Right? I can't even eat. Oh, I'm eating. I'm eating and texting you. So you know what you're telling him? That I'm going to multitask for you. I'm going to make myself available to you. And in turn, psychologically, you're expecting that person to do the same. And they may do it every now and then. And so you get information as well about them. So when they start moving differently, that's when your intuition kick on and you like, hold on. But you were talking, we were just sleeping on the phone the other night. Hold on. Now all of a sudden you're real busy. So now you're doing the same thing that person is doing. That's the second finger. So now y'all match in energy. Exactly. You match in energy. 3, they know that eventually they have to pull away because eventually you're going to figure out the inconsistency in their story. You're going to figure out that when this person isn't moving the relationship to a commitment, when this person isn't progressing the relationship to something consistent, you're going to start noticing your intuition is going to be tripped. You're going to start noticing that they're moving different. You're going to start noticing like, hey, something's off about you. When we first were talking, you gave me this whole love bombing, right? This whole dissertation about how I love to do this. I love walks in the parks. I love talking, this. I love to provide. I love to, all I care about is family. I'm a family person. I'm a homebody. I like this. They got a whole conversation about what they do, what they aspire in a relationship for. But when the opportunity presents itself, they're not showing up the same way. So they have to push back. They have to be busy. Oh, I didn't see your call. Or, oh, I got something going on. Now they telling you that their grandma died and they was at a funeral. Now they telling you that their kid was in the hospital. Now they're lying to you in 10 different ways to fill in the missing pieces of what doesn't make sense, right? Then, if they go too long, this is the literally the fourth thing. If they go too long where you guys haven't had sex in a while, they know you're gonna start acting crazy, right? Because if they don't give you the D to get all that energy out, because you got an adrenaline rush at this point. When a person starts pulling away from you after y'all have made a connection, especially a physical connection, your adrenaline, because by definition, what that is considered is a chaser. This person is going to run from you because you are in the chaser energy. And so to keep you from really disconnecting from that soul tie, from that attachment, they have to come in and dick you down really good so you can get all that adrenaline out of you. Because you in hunter energy. You got to hunt something. You like to hunt. And how do they know that you like to hunt? Because they're the runner. They were the runner when you met them. Which is why you proceeded to show your love languages. Which is why you proceeded to make yourself available. Which is why you looked for ways to please them. Which is why you looked to be desired back. Because you were the one chasing. You were the one pursuing. You were always the one that was more attracted to this person than you was yourself. The runner is always going to make it difficult for you to acquire what it is that you want, because they believe that if they give you what it is that you desire fully, you'll stop being interested. You'll stop feeling like there's a mystery. You'll stop wondering if there's a catch. You'll stop feeling like maybe we can take it to the next level. What does that sound like to you? Right? Now they got you on empty. Now you run on E. And in order to keep you on easy mode, in order to keep you fixed and attached to them, they have to repeat this process 1 through 5 all over again. And this is the cycle. Breaking the cycle down into 5 easy steps. From step 1 to step 3. This is how it's going to work. Clockwork. All right? Because if they stop running, they're going to lose your attraction. If they stop running, they're going to lose their mystery. You'll realize that you've been getting the short end of the stick and they've been giving you the bare minimum. The whole time. You were never getting more than the bare minimum. Okay. The art of running is supposed to be a feminine trait. So I don't care how many inches they got. I don't care how much hair they got on their chest, how much facial hair they have. I don't care if they got a deep voice or soft voice. That's a female. By energy, you are the masculine energy. By energy, they are the feminine energy. Period. And the sooner that we realize that switch was flipped, that dance, that tango was swapped around, the sooner we'll stop letting Scar and all his descendants get Sarabi. And it's the sooner that the other masculine energies stop trying to give these energies that just want to perpetrate like they Mufasa, we will have less and less and less karmic households and relationships. Okay? Because if the descendants of Scar do not have what it takes inside of them, they're not supposed to earn it until they get the rite of passage. And this is why Kendrick say, you fucking with niggas that think that they look better than you. You on your cycle and he on his period too. Oh, it's not like it's literally. So when you cut this tie or you sever the connection with this energy like cold turkey, have you ever done that? Have you ever cut off that type of attachment cold turkey? If you have, then that will mean if you have not chosen whether you are in a receptive energy or are you in the giving energy or are you in the receiving energy? Because we're like playing musical chairs. We're like going around. There's two chairs. There's a chair for receiving and there's a chair for giving. And the momentum that's about to come into your life, the wave, the options, the opportunities that you're supposed to be receiving, you can't get it because you're not in the chair. And so the reason why Spirit wants you to know how to decipher the energy and ask yourself those 5 simple questions. Am I attracted to this person more than I'm attracted to myself? And I don't want you to just see it as this person, because you can get the same person energy in multiple people. Am I making myself available? Am I overworking my brain to know what their love languages are? Am I paying attention to detail? Am I reading between the lines into their life, into what they got going on? Am I considering, oh, that's probably why they didn't call me, is because they got a lot going on? Am I overdoing? Okay? You got to get in your seat, because there's multiple people that say, oh shit, she ain't sitting in her seat. That seat is vacant. The receiving seat is vacant. So if I can sit in it first, I can trick her to sit in the giving chair for long enough while I receive all her blessings. Right? And now this person going with you to your networking events. Now this person going on with you and they your +1. And what the fuck are they doing? They're cock blocking you from your your infinite possibilities that you could be receiving. Because this person knows that you get the type of gifts where it don't just come in the form of romantic. It don't just come in the form of romantic lovers. It don't just come in the form of you just walking outside. You just being who you are. Your aura attracts that much blessings into your life. That's the light that they want to bask in. They want to they want a suntan off your energy. They trying to sunbathe. And it ain't just one of them, it's a lot. And from a professional standpoint as well. Because if you at work and you over giving and saying, oh, I can come up with a new idea. Oh, I could do this. You're in giver energy. And so, yeah, they're going to have you sitting there while your boss is getting the promotions and you're coming up with all the bright ideas to make the company better. That's because you're in giver energy. And then they convince you that, oh, don't listen to that. That's just them trying to tell you that. That's just them trying to indirectly manipulate you to think that there's something wrong with helping each other. Right? When only people that seek to use other people is observing whether or not it's helping or not. Ask yourself, if you're not a user, do you go around looking at people's faces and saying, oh, I wonder if we could help each other? Do you go around doing that? Because if you don't, that means that the person that's sitting next to you or the person that's telling you that we're supposed to be giving to be considered generous or of service to God or any other belief system, I can guarantee you they're only receiving as long as you're giving, because they're sitting in your receiver seat. Your pastor can sit in your receiving seat. Your teachers can sit in your receiving seat because you're not occupying it. Because you're not occupying it. It's something that it keeps on giving. You ever heard of the gift that keeps on giving? That's your favor. You have a gift. And your gift is just your light. And it's the gift that keeps on giving. And so when you tell someone with your light to literally lay down your life for the next person to thrive off of, they're going to live a wonderful life. They are. As long as you let them sit in that seat. And the day you try to tell them to get out that seat and let you sit into it, they'll be like, how dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Some of y'all, it's y'all mother. They'll tell you, I'm your elder. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You got your mothers literally trying to keep you in your giver masculine energy. Because because they have relationship issues. They using you, and they'll have, if you got brothers, you probably got brothers that get the sweet version of your mother. And if you have sisters, she hard as hell on her girls, but she's soft on her boys. The reason is because she's using your light to receive while you work hard. Because she did not break that generational curse. She was used, and so hurt people hurt people. Misery love company. And so to see you in receiving energy where you have people treating you good, you have opportunities in your life, she's going to be jealous and envious of you. And that's a fact. Now, that's not for everybody, but she's going to be jealous and envious of you. And she may just start asking you to do random stuff for no reason. Can you help me do this? And I guarantee you it's going to be manual labor. Manual labor. Why? Because it puts you in a frequency of giving. Masculine energy. And if you're already accustomed to being in masculine energy all day long, when you meet someone, because Spirit said you about to meet people. When you meet someone that want to give to you, that wants to be the giver, they're not going to want to compete with you with that seat. It's like, okay, I see 2 chairs here. There's one that says giver and there's one that says receiver. I would like to give to you. And then you're going to say, well, I've been giving all my life. This is normal to me. And this person's going to say, well, it's not to me. I would like to give to you. Can you take this seat, please? Oh, you want to control me. Can you take this seat, please? And then if they stick around and try to convince you to sit in that chair, then they gonna what? Be sacrificing their boundaries and settling, right? For someone that doesn't allow them to be who they are naturally. And then you miss your opportunity. And you gotta wait for the next one to come in. So your retribution is right around the river bend. It's right around the corner. But you got to dead whatever conditions that you were born in, whatever conditions that you were indoctrinated into, whatever conditions that your ex-lovers made out of you. You are not your conditions. You are not your groom, whatever you were groomed to be. You are who you were meant to be. And so if you feel like you want to be a feminine energy, a divine feminine energy, then it's time for you to practice being in a receiver seat and stay out that giver seat. Keep your ass out that chair. And this how I'm going to save you a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of tears. And with one conversation, this telephone call was worth having. Being in this chat tonight was worth being. Call me Mrs. Morale out here, okay? I'm just kidding. Yes. What's this money about, Spirit? Page of Pentacles? Bro. No. Okay, so listen, right? Let me tell you something. Some of y'all being juggled. Okay? Some of y'all being juggled by somebody. Okay? And now I'm saying you being juggled, like they're juggling you, you're not participating. No, you're not participating. You can't be participating. At all. This someone is juggling you in a world of their own. And so in their reality, you're always an option to go back to. They feel like you're not going nowhere. And since they feel like you're not going anywhere, hold on. Who did we liberate today? Spirit. Hold on, hold on. Damn. How is that possible? Like, is there a possibility one of you guys is already out of the picture? The other person is still in the picture. But I feel like the other person is about to catch on. And they're about to get off the stupid train. And then when this person get off the stupid train with the person that's juggling y'all, that person is going to go back to their original provider. And their original provider could be their mama. Okay? And if that happens, their mama going to tell them to go back to you. Because you were the better provider. You were the better giver. So now, the plot thickens. It's like the mother is saying you need to try and work it out with that person that you jumped off to the side. You need to try to talk to that person and get on their good side. Someone's gonna try to get on your good graces, on your good side, or something. Oh, but their mama is dirty. Somebody's mother is not good at all. This mother gotta hate your guts. This mother gotta hate your guts, cause this mother is, damn, it be your own kind. It be your. They like, boy, I make you holler. I don't want to go to Mexico no more. So what this is saying is, someone's like telling them, you better fix it, or I'm gonna come there, and you don't want me to have to come there, and I'm gonna do this and do that. It just gives me a headache. The plot is thick every day. Clearly. Yeah, because somebody's about to be rejected. You know how I said that the number 4 is the D. Okay, we got A, B, C, D, E. This is how they keep you on easy mode. They gotta go through those steps. And so step 1, if that don't work, step 2 don't work, then they're gonna try the D. They're gonna try to D you down. They're gonna try to D you down, girl. And if you reject that, they gonna crash out. They over there telling somebody, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. And now somebody's mother is gonna be mad. Somebody's mother is about to be mad at you for their child crashing out on you. See, that's where the gaslighters come from. They mama made. They bitch made. Because these are bitchtivities. These are bitchtivities. How's that? Do what you gotta do. So we got, yeah, you know this. You know this is coming. Someone's gonna try to force their way back into your life. And they're gonna attempt to pretend like they don't want no drama and they don't want no smoke. But they lying. You see that deceptive ass fucking face right there? That is a liar. You see that? We're not doing that. That's a no. If I could talk through the cards, I would. If I could talk through the cards, y'all, I would. Hell no. It's time for y'all to get married. Okay? You need to, and listen, if you rich and you like, oh, I don't need to get married because I have everything. That's great. That means you don't need a provider, but you need a protector. Okay? You need a protector, or you need the law, or you need some type of protection. Justice system. Because this right here, homie, some of y'all is going to push you right into your kingdom spouse arms. Okay? That's what it's going to do. If you were struggling with submission, you're going to be like, I sit in the receiver seat. Yep. I will sit in the receiver seat today. I will hold that position. What I need to do? Tell me the job description. That's it. That's all I got to do. That sounds too easy. If you was running away from easy mode, you running away from yourself. So yeah, y'all got some type of I think that's what it is. The tides are changing. Y'all about to be in receiver energy. And if you don't get in that chair willingly, then this shit gonna happen, and it's gonna force you indirectly to sit your ass and be submissive and be in a relationship. Okay? Because once you off the market, that's done. Ain't no way around it. Yeah, you just have to sit in. You see she's sitting in a chair. Sit your ass down. That's all you gotta do. Sorry. I'm taken, you know. Sorry, that's too bad, too sad. Womp womp. Stepping into your power, right? Because you won't have those issues. If everything that you dealt with this person, the other person gonna be the opposite because they're real masculine energy. And I think this person was like reverse psychology, making you feel like you're running into another controlling situation. But that's the way the person was cock blocking you. You see how that goes? Okay. You can't trust your karmic friends, okay? You can't tell your friends none of this shit. Don't tell them about who you're talking to, what you're doing. You gotta be moving top secret. Like, real gangsters move in silence, okay? Always partying. Yeah. Because I feel like people gonna be trying to ask you, like, what you up to and stuff like that. And it's so they can just figure out where you at. Me, I date two people at the same time. Just weighing my options. Okay, so you got options. And they trying to catch you in the act. They can't catch you. They can't catch you if they tried. They can't catch you. You're gonna be crip walking. They're trying to bully you. Yes, that's what this energy is. Ego, yeah. When you come across these egotistical people that can't control you, and they can't, you know, make you chase after them and do what they want to do. They like to keep you on their roster now. But when you get off that stupid chain of events, yeah, it's a chain. It's like a leash, a damn leash around your neck. Like you belong to them. You don't belong to nobody. I rebuke, look at it. I'm telling you, it's an impostor. Y'all, that's what that was. That these imposters are being dealt with spiritually. And everybody that was on the stupid train, being in love with an imposter, and letting them play them, and letting them be non-committal, and, oh, they don't know what they want. That's the stupid train. Get off. Hang that shit up. Okay? I don't care what they tell you. Get off. And if you think I'm being a happiness hater and I don't want you to be with your person, that's because they got you fixed. You're gonna reject everything I say regardless because they got you fixed. You're gonna be like, oh, maybe they're gonna tell this person, oh, they just telling you that because they don't want you to have me. They always try to. That's the lies. Listen, I have seen shit in my days. They will lie and say, oh, that's what this person always does. They like to keep people from dating me and all types of stuff, and they like to interfere with my relationships. Da, 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 da. It's all a psych. All a psych. All of it is a psych. A lot of y'all that be in those non-committal relationships and people that don't know what they want, I have literally been doing this for a long time. I have done millions, thousands, not millions, we ain't there yet, but thousands. Okay? And I can guarantee you, they using women as space fillers. And they got one person giving over here, and one person giving over there, and one person giving down the street. They love it. They love it. They eating at your house, and they getting their back rubs over there, and they getting free coochie over here, and they getting clothes. Women out here buying clothes. They're coming to your job with food. They over here bending over backwards, jumping out of cars, flying across. No, they ain't flying across country. It ain't that sweet. It's not that sweet. But they bending over backwards, okay? Sending pictures through they sending all types of trying to be picked, trying to be chosen. And I guarantee you the only reason why he can't commit is he lying too many people at the same time. And then this person have nerve. They have nerves to try to tell you that you can't talk to nobody. They guilt trip people. They'll deflect. You probably talking to somebody. I know you probably dating someone. I know you probably talking to someone on the side. It's like, huh? Anyone that tell you that, they 9 times out of 10, they cheating. Oh, your love life. So, your money is about to be acting right again. Feel like if you stop someone from letting someone come to your house or, you know, popping up on each other, surprise visits and stuff like that. Some of y'all about to be moving. Yeah, you're being guided where this person won't know where to find you. Some of y'all gonna get with someone that can move you to a whole nother fucking country. Flexibility, fruits of your labor, mind power. Yeah, this that mind power. That's that hypnotizing you. All right, what's the closing message, Spirit? Alchemy, antisocial. Yes, yes, yes. In your feelings, silent treatment, left out. If anybody, I told you that non-committal energy. Anybody got you in your feelings, feeling left out, giving you the silent treatment, get over this person real fast. While they got you in silent treatment, go ahead and pack up these feelings and get off that train. Okay? Anyone that needed to hear that. Save yourself. If you've been like, oh, I can't afford a reading, and you've been hitting me up in the emails, understand, I just gave you free answers right now. Get off the stupid train. While he's ignoring you, pack up your feelings. Move the fuck on. Okay? If he don't check on you today, if he don't love you anymore, okay, then walk your fine ass out the door. I don't care if you with him or not. And he can be mad all he wants. Go ahead and start that detachment process. Okay? Because today, you ain't finna be fighting over somebody, competing with somebody. Oh, he probably talking to that person over there, or maybe does he still love, or he want his ex, or she want this, or she want. Anybody that puts you in that situation, they don't want you and they don't love you. Move on. Move on. You dodged a bullet. Karma for them gonna be who you end up with anyway. But when you get with the next person, keep your ass out of the giver seat and stay your ass in receiver energy. I don't care how long it takes. And keep your energy generous and open. No. Yes. Keep attracting. But be stingy. No, don't be stingy. What? Spirit, you saying be stingy? Don't be stingy. Let them compete for you. Yes. You know how, yeah, the stingy person, okay. That's what they do. You know how I told you with the 5 steps that they do? They make you work for it. And then you wait around and get something out of it and you never get it. But then they're constantly giving you the sex, thinking that that's what you want. But you really want them to give more. You want to give them to give them feelings, but they can't give you feelings because they're in their feminine energy. So you have to stay in feminine energy. You have to allow them to be generous to you. You need a relationship with their money. You need a relationship with what they are providing you. You need a relationship with things that are contractual. So we don't have to, you know how we talked about feeling drained? If you don't want to feel drained in a relationship, it needs to be contractual. I know what I'm getting out of it. You know what you're getting out of it. And you know that. So that way we know that when I'm not getting what I want, I have every right to walk away. And when you're not getting what you want, you could do whatever you want to do. And they can be mad at you all you want. People going to talk about you. It don't matter. Don't get out that chair. Don't get out that chair. Cry about it if you have to, but don't get out that chair. There's not enough. We both can't sit in the chair. They're going to say you being stingy. God don't like that. Oh, well. This has been fun, you guys. I hope it helps somebody. I hope it helps somebody, child. Thank you, next. I love you guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one, all right? Good night.